Buddy, it is Monday night. I went to the doctor and I got some results. We're going to talk about it. If you're rewatching this, I would suggest you jump forward to about 2.5 minutes in, and we should be up and going by then. So we'll give them a couple of minutes for a few folks to get in here, and then we'll talk about it. So the ideal of this channel is about sobriety, recovery. I tell war stories about where my addiction took me and some of the crazy situations I got into over it. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that when I go live or I drop a new video, you will be informed. And you can also become a member by hitting that join button. So once again, we'll give it a minute or two, let a few folks get in here, and we'll talk about it. I went and seen the doctor today. Welcome in. Welcome in. People keep popping in and out. That's weird. I wonder if we're having issues with the signal again. Is anybody out there? We're 2 minutes in and there's nobody. Welcome in, welcome in. How's the signal look? Are we hazy again tonight? I got the Wi-Fi on right now, but sometimes it works better without it, so I'm not sure. Welcome in. We're starting to get a few people now. Hope everybody had a great day today. So we'll give it another moment or so. Okay, now we're starting to get a few people in. How's the signal look? Because I have the Wi-Fi on. Sometimes it's a little hazy when the Wi-Fi is on. So before I get into this, how's it look? Anybody? Anybody? Nope. I cannot do that. Good try, though. We always get them. Appreciate you, Ben. Hope you're doing well. So, went to the doctor today. Expensive cheese, huh? Damn. Got some bougie toes or what? Okay, so I went to the doctor today for my follow-up, and yeah, Alan says they make a cream for that. So I went to the doctor today. I had a CT scan and some lab work done. I went to the emergency room about a month ago, and they discovered a growth on my lung. Excuse me. And so we got the results back today of the scan. The scan was okay. The growth is not big enough to worry about. They do believe it to be benign. They checked my A1C levels because I was pre-diabetic before. And my A1C levels were good, but the issue right now is my, I knew I'd forget the word when we got to the point. Do the blood work. They checked my, why can I not think of what it's called right now? One of the moderators, help me in the chat here, would you? What is it? I have an enlarged prostate. So they've recommended that I go see a urologist to determine if there's an issue or not, if they need to do a biopsy, what the plan is moving forward. So as of today, everything seems to be pretty good. Little issue there, but we'll see where it goes. Like, I'm not going to continue to stress on this stuff unless they tell me there's a reason to. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And what's up, Andreas? So yeah, that's where we're at medically right now. So everything is pretty good. The growth on the lung isn't something to really be concerned about right now. We'll do follow-up scans in the future just to make sure that it's not getting bigger. But my day's going pretty well, Andreas. Appreciate it. How about you? What's up, your mom? Appreciate that, Alan. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I have referred me to a urologist to further investigate the prostate. I'm sure we'll get some roasting on that one, right? Because I've been to prison, right? Now I have a over-enlarged prostate, but oh, okay, nice, Andreas. Well, you be safe, bro. What up, DBTO? How you doing tonight? So yeah, that's the gist of it all, basically. The prostate is slightly enlarged, and we're going to do some follow-ups on that. And no, Andreas, no. Slightly enlarged prostate. They're going to do some follow-ups. They may do a biopsy to check that, but as of right now, no. So I'm glad to hear you're doing all right, D. The gray screen says, I just got bitten by a gator. I lost my toe. Wow. You should be at the hospital. Are you watching my live at the hospital? With that, actually, they found that through blood work. I have an overactive bladder, though, so that was why you like talk about you prostate, because I had some medical tests done, and on previous videos I referred to them, so I'm giving everybody an update about what the results of those tests were, Joe. But yeah, they found that through blood work, DBTO. So that was a lot better than finding out the old-fashioned way, I guess. I've been avoiding that test forever, but yeah, so that's where we're at. Yeah, I hope so too, to be honest with you. I'm hoping maybe they can give me some medication or something, and we can keep it pushing, basically. No pun intended there, but I've started doing a little bit of research on prostate and prostate surgery, and I really hope we don't have to go that way, I appreciate you, Joe. Yeah, I think so too. Duolingo the Green Bird has entered the chat. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I didn't do my studies today. My bad. I used to just get alerts. Now you pop up in the chat. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. So I'll be making an appointment with a urologist, and then I have a follow up with my doctor, but not until January. So that kind of gives me the impression that they're not really overly concerned with that at this point. So I'm happy with that. You know, I'm in Southern California, D. How about you? Yeah, I'm good, Robert. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button while you're in here, if you would. Looks like we got 40 in here right now and 7 likes. So let's smash that like button. Really helps with the algorithm. I appreciate you guys. So, oh, okay, you're in Boston. That's right. It's cold out there right now? It's cold out here. So, I just realized I've been talking about how my daughter Cora likes to go out and feed the homeless on Thanksgiving. And for some reason, I was thinking Thanksgiving was next month. Apparently, it's in a couple of weeks now. I should probably pay more attention to uh, the date, but oh, okay, that's not too bad, huh? So, yeah, she's going to go out and feed some homeless folks in the high desert. And if anybody would like to donate to that cause, if you look in the description, you'll see my Cash App. And if you don't want to donate to that cause, that's fine as well. Uh, either way, she'll go out and do it. She'll feed some people. But if anybody wants to donate, maybe we can feed more people. So, get a job, really? I have a full-time job. Daily viral vids. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, I have a full-time job, so you can miss me with that. But yeah, so that's something that she did that last year for the first time, and she's going to continue that tradition. But yeah, there's a lot, D. There's a lot. I'm a truck driver. Wuta? Yeah, there's quite a few, D. Um, the drug epidemic is just so bad in Southern California. It's led to a lot of people being homeless. And then plus with the inflation and the price of rent and everything going so high, like it's just like it's exploded exponentially over the last couple of years. So, yeah, that's something that we're planning to do. And, she makes like these little bags with like sandwiches and chips and like a piece of fruit or something and some socks and things like that. So, yeah, if anybody wants to donate to that, you can find the Cash App in the description. And if you don't want to donate to that, that's cool too. I'm not pushing a line, come on, donate type of thing. You know what I mean? But, what drugs are common out there? Fentanyl's huge now, bro. The other thing is meth is big too. So those are probably the two biggest going on out here. But yeah, fentanyl's gotten really big, So slang what? Daily viral vids. Do you need some attention there or what? I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I just dropped a new video this morning as well. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. It's uh, I'm hitting my one hitter. What's up, country boy? Uh, I dropped a video on when the discipline goes bad. Basically, it's California. You know, California institutions basically when you're locked up and you mess up and you have to be disciplined. And every once in a while, when they send somebody to discipline you, uh, I do, Andreas. Yes. Hey, can somebody, one of the mods, give Daily a moment or two to think about his counting? Yeah. Uh, yeah. Andreas says, Bobby, you think people can be addicted to weed like hard drugs? I do. And one of the main reasons for that is everybody smokes weed in their blunt wraps now. And those blunt wraps have nicotine just like a cigarette does. So you could become addicted to that as well. Now, I don't know how far you'll go to get it, you know what I mean? But, you know, I appreciate that, Nike. Is there a moderator in the group right now? Thank you. Thank you very much in my Elvis voice. Appreciate you, Q. Yeah, Daily went off the deep end, right? What does that even mean? Tax ATB. This is Obama's America, and I love it. I bet his chef wasn't even that good of a swimmer. Oh, the chef. Okay, I think I get it now. Wow. What was that noise? What noise? I got an alert on my phone. Maybe, I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but hey, what's up, James? Shout out to San Antonio, Texas. Appreciate you, bro. Level 1 games MD. No one told me you were. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it was an alert. Okay. You guys know I was alerted then. What is up, Duality of Man? How are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. The channel is based in addiction. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Duality of Man, and sober. That is awesome, bro. Whenever I use phone. Okay. I'll do that right now, Cora. Add as mod. All right. Now you should get your wrench there, Cora. Who is that? That's not Cora? Hey, God bless you too. Appreciate you. Who is that? Is that you, Q? Okay. Hey, G and Ace, are you guys in the chat tonight? Just want to make sure you guys are all right after Saturday night's live. All right, I won't, Cora. Come on, guys. Do me a favor and hit that like button while you're in here, if you would. We got 53 in the chat, only 11 likes. Okay. Yeah, we heard from Ace last night. Sounded like he was good. Haven't heard nothing from G, though. You good, G? What's cracking, homie? They both in the hospital, says Q. They're out there fighting on Baseline and Arrowhead. Oh, the green bird is leaving the chat. See you later, Duolingo. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, they got into a fight at 7-Eleven on Baseline and Arrowhead, and the cops came and whooped both of their asses, and now they're in the hospital. Those San Bernardino cops, God bless them. What's up, real person? How you doing? Appreciate you tapping in. So, yeah, so went and seen the doctor today. I'll recap on that a little bit later, though. But yeah, everything is pretty good overall. You read my bio? Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, the channel's about sobriety, though, guys, and getting sober and staying sober, basically, right? Getting mod daily, and that's pretty much what it's about. I told that story this morning about when your organization sends people to discipline you, and the person that was supposed to be disciplined ends up disciplining the discipliners. God, that's a lot of discipline, isn't it? But yeah, sometimes it goes that way, and sometimes you get sent on a mission that you're not ready for, and it turns out to be all bad. So, it's one of those tales of caution that you think while you're in your addiction you'll never get busted, you'll never go to jail, you'll never end up in prison, and eventually you're going to end up there. Tonight's topic is about the medical results, but we kind of went over that already. I'll recap that in a little bit, but that's kind of, and then we're just kind of going with where the chat takes us, Q. So, but yeah, be sure to check out that video on when disciplines go wrong, I think it's called. And yeah, sometimes, like there was one they sent me on when I was like 18 years old. I was in Glen Ellen, and it was me and another guy my size, and we were going to discipline this guy, this youngster. We were all youngsters, but this youngster, they called him Monster, and he was like 6'8". And how do you deal with the boredom of being sober? I just keep myself busy, Andreas. That's that was the easiest way for me early on in my sobriety. Real person says, I have 10 years no cigarettes. Hey, shout out to you, bro. Congrats. That's a great achievement. Cigarettes are really hard to kick. Like I kicked meth, I kicked alcohol. Still got these things though, But yeah, Andreas, keeping yourself busy is the best way. For me, like I went into truck driving because I was I agree. And for me, truck driving was the best thing. My bad. Not trying to trigger you there, bro. I went into truck driving not too long after I got off parole. And with truck driving, you have to do DOT tests on a somewhat regular basis. They're randoms, but you could get called at any time to go do a random. And that really helped me early on, knowing that, if I decide to use today, I could also get called today to test, and that would be the end of my career. So, that was good for me. Meetings were good for me early on. Sometimes just going to the gym for a couple of hours would be a real good way to refocus myself. So, that's kind of my experience with that. Like some people will go to a lot of meetings. They'll go to several meetings a day just to keep themselves occupied. And early on, I was, I'd do a meeting a day I did that for a while, for probably the first 90 days. And then I kind of slowed that down just a little bit. But yeah, keeping yourself busy and having a strong program as far as how your day is going to go really goes a long ways with that, I think. So I appreciate your question. Yeah, it's absolutely a ticking bomb. You're right. And, for me, knowing when I leave the house that I'm going to come back to the house at the end of the night was a big one, too. Uh, and eating well definitely helps also. But when I was out there dealing and using, like my addiction was as much a lifestyle addiction as anything. And when when I would leave the house in the morning, I didn't know if I was going to make it home or not because all it would take was getting pulled over and then finding the sack, and I would be off and in trouble again. So uh, that really helped also. Like the just the peace of mind knowing how many grams were you at a day. At my peak, probably somewhere around seven, about a quarter piece a day, and most of that was I was doing lines. I'd pack a few bowls, and uh, yeah, like my addiction was very heavy, but I had a lot of it around. So, uh, what's up, Oasis? Marco, Ray J, and Orlando Brown video. No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, it's not good. I didn't sleep much. But to be honest with you, I built up such a habit that on the second night, like I would always sleep. So I would try to slow it down a little bit towards the evening time. And uh, that was the reason I got my sales case because I didn't sleep that second night. And I was out running around and, I got caught up. But like it got to the point where the habit was so bad that, I'm trying to stay up a second night and I'm like just doing freaking rails. You know what I mean? Like half-inch thick and 10 inches long, and it wasn't doing anything anymore. So uh longest what's the longest you've been away rolling? Are you talking about trucking or can you clarify on that, Andreas? What's up, French John? Oh, okay. You have to check that one out. Yeah, but like yeah, it got bad and my tolerance got so high. I remember one time I was out in Hammett. Oh wow, you did the ice roads? Man, that's something right there. Those ice roads ain't no joke. Man. What do I think about life? I think life is precious and we need to and life is also short. So we need to try to make the most of it. Uh, because before you know it, it's over. And when you're using it, it can be over a lot quicker. So appreciate that question. Real person says it wasn't like TV. Yeah, there's a lot of they hype it up and put a lot of drama uh, in those TV, like just like Deadliest Catch. I mean, they're dangerous jobs, so no doubt about it. What's the most days you've been awake? Well, okay. Uh, not sleeping. Okay. When I was probably about 19, uh, one time I was up for 2 weeks. Like I was relatively new into my addiction. I was moving a lot of weight and uh, like it was just madness. It was still crank at that time, and the Connect had brought over a new pack. And he told me, he said, "Hey, don't do too much of this because this stuff is really good." And I'm like, "Well, I'll be the judge of that, you know." And I put out a decent line, and like 12 hours later, I'm like, "Holy shit! Like I haven't used in 12 hours, and I'm still high as hell, you know." Uh, oh, bro, the hallucinations were wild, bro. I was to the point where people were talking to me, and I had no clue what they were saying to me. Like I'm just posted up on the couch, and uh, yeah, like it was horrible. I never went that long again, but we were also cooking in my garage at that time, so um, yeah, it was all bad at that time. I remember we cooked up a batch, and we weren't wearing protective suits or anything, so like we were just spun the hell out, not even realizing how spun out we were. And we're trying the product like this ain't that good, and everybody, oh yeah, no doubt, Andreas. Everybody that was coming through to pick some up was like they'd buy a little bit, they'd be back in 20 minutes. Hey, I need some more of that. You know what I mean? So, and I'm thinking, why is everybody buying this stuff? Like it's not that good. But yeah, no, because we were cooking and exposed to the chemicals and everything. And oh, bro, wild times. Almost blew up the garage on one try when we were making it. Real person says, "How much does it cost?" What are we talking about? Are we talking about meth or uh, yeah, that was definitely a wild time though. I oh the meth, like now it's cheap from what I hear. Um, I'm hearing like you can get 8 balls for like 40, $50. And when I was dealing, like it was 150 easy for some decent product, you know. Uh, like I was moving ounces at like 800, uh, quarter pounds around 22. So, but I'm hearing now like you can buy a quarter pound for like $500. Yeah, right. Exactly, real person. Like the game is so different now. Yeah, exactly. It's so different now. Like I don't understand what would possess any of these street level dealers to even be in business, because what I was selling for 150 back then, they're selling for 40. You're taking a felony chance to sell a $40 bag. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know, I mean, why would you do it for 150 even looking back now realistically? But you sell 10 of those a day, now you got $1,500 in your pocket. But nowadays you sell 10 of those a day, you got $400 in your pocket. What does that do? And everything's so much more expensive now as far as just cost of living, you know what I mean? So like you would have to sell a lot of those $40 8 balls to support a family if that was your intent, you know? But then how many uh yeah, that's exactly why most of them are doing it. That would be my guess, you know? I mean, I started off making money in the business, and eventually that's all I was doing was supplying my habit, making, selling enough to supply my habit and keep gas in the car basically, and stuff like that, but like I wasn't making no money. Like I was a sinking ship. And eventually I figured that out, but yeah, it's so things are so different in society now than they were back then. And I'm not saying it was better then or it's better now. Hey, I appreciate you, real person. That's good stuff. I'm not saying it's every generation is different, right? And the generation before always thinks the new generation it's not as good as their generation was. You know what I mean? Like it's evolving and changing. And what's up, Todd? Shout out to Jacksonville, Florida. Do I ever get cravings? No, I don't anymore, Andreas. But when I suspect somebody may be using that is in my circle, I distance myself right away. Like I don't even give myself a chance to get caught up in a situation to where somebody whips out a pipe. Hey, you want to hit this type of thing? Like I don't, you know. You think you'll be able to absorb it rectally? Absorb what, Joel? How are you tonight, Joel? Hope you're doing well. Are we talking about the prostate situation, sir? I knew we were going to get some comments like that. I'm trying not to absorb anything rectally, sir. But I have to go see the urologist, and if that's what needs to be done, then I guess that's what we're doing. Uh, I sure hope not. You know, hopefully they can find an alternate route to figure out what needs to be done. They said they may need to do a biopsy. And if that's the case, then yeah, that's going to be a very uncomfortable situation for sure. But, uh, you know, my long term health means a lot more than anything else at this point. So, you know, we're going to ride with it. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. Everything else looks good, though, which is good. I was more concerned with the growth on my lung than anything else. And then they say, "Oh yeah, that's good and that's good," and I'm thinking, "Great," you know what I mean? Everything's great. And he says, "Oh yeah, but by the way, you know your prostate is enlarged, so we need to send you to another specialist." And I'm like, "Great, how much is that going to cost?" You know, they better numb me. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing tonight, sir? Yeah, it's definitely cold outside tonight. I agree with you there. Hope you're doing well, sir. So, ain't getting no sedation. He doing it raw. Bobby's trying not to do it. If your PSA higher than normal, yeah, that's exactly what they said, real person. Because they gave me a phone number basically of a urologist to call, and I said, well, what am I supposed to tell him? You know, like, hi, you know, I want to come and see you. Like, what what do I tell them? You know, and he said, tell them you have an elevated PSA. So, yeah, that's exactly my PSA. He said it's higher than normal. It's on the high end of or slightly above the high end of the normal range. So we want to get ahead of that. You know what I mean? Uh, Jimmy, as far as the health results go, as far as the growth on the lung goes, they're not concerned with that, but they are concerned with my prostate. My prostate is enlarged, according to them. So I have to go see a urologist to find out. Uh, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Uh, Q. They could do it by, yeah, and I think that's probably the route we're going to end up going on that, honestly. So I have some anxiety about that, but I'm not going to. Uh, I'm not going to let that anxiety absorb me. You know what I mean? Like I'm still living this life, and I'm going to make the best of it. You know. What's up, GDK? How you doing tonight? How much time they give me? My last term, I got 2. It's supposed to be 2 with half, but I did the whole 2. I kept getting in trouble. Uh, off of arm cancer goes away. Yeah, and uh, then I hope so. You know, I hope I'll know for sure. Real person. Uh, thanks, Victor. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well tonight. Okay, real person says my friend has had his totally removed. He's been fine for years. That's good to hear, real person. I appreciate that because I was, the last thing you want to do is get on Google and start asking questions because the next thing you know, you think you got 24 hours to live type of stuff, right? But, you know, me and the wife were leaving the doctor and she's on Google and thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. And she's Googling in it saying, oh, well, you have to have a bag and a catheter for weeks and, uh, like just all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I hope not, appreciate you, GDK. But yeah, that's really good to hear, real person, because I mean, who knows where it's going to go, I mean, I don't know at this point. Like I said, I'm not going to, you know, overly stress on it. Like it's obviously in my mind, but uh, I think that I'll be okay. And even if they have to, as long as if there is an issue with that, if as long as they've caught it early enough, then it'll Google be way off, right? Q. Uh, then it's better to catch it early than to catch it when it's ravaging your body, basically. So, uh, just need to sleep. Yeah, and that's you know we don't know for sure yet, but we'll see what happens when I go see the urologist. I'm going to make an appointment tomorrow. It was already late by the time we got out of there, so we'll see when that's going to happen. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be back at the doctor in mid-January. So the fact that the doctor ain't having me back until mid-January makes me feel kind of good. And that's what I'm hoping for, GDK. GDK says they gave my father meds for his prostate. Yeah, that would be best case scenario. Here, take these pills and this should help, type of thing, without getting too physically intrusive. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I have an open mind. I'm not gonna be stressing out over it. Appreciate you, real person. Yeah, I'm just gonna, kind of like sobriety. Like I'm just gonna take it one day at a time, and we'll see what the future brings. And whatever when we come to the bridge, we'll cross it. But you know, they also can implant a radioactive bead. Hmm. Uh, yeah, and exactly, GDK. And I'm glad that they're not. Like originally, what happened was, uh, yeah, no problem, real person. I appreciate your comments as well. Originally, what happened was I went to the ER because I was having some issues. My back was hurting a lot, and I had they removed my gallbladder a couple of years ago, and it was a similar feeling in the back. So I ended up in the ER, and they did a couple of scans and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, you need to follow up with your primary because you have a growth on your lung." And uh, and I'm like, "Oh my God, like, what am I gonna do?" And but thank God these days I'm going to the doctor and I'm following up on stuff, and I'm trying to take care of myself the best way I know how. So uh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Victor. But yeah, here we are. So we'll be continuing to get our lives on the weekends. Let's go ahead and give you a timeout because you're an idiot. There we go. So that yeah, that's kind of the update on where I'm at medically right now. Still going to the gym, still doing my thing, still working. Life's still happening. It's still got grandkids and kids and stuff, and uh, you know, just trying to be all I can be, basically, until I can't anymore. And by no means do I think that we're at a point where that's going to come anytime soon. But Dan says pop brownies might help. That wouldn't be good for my sobriety, though, Dan. But I appreciate your comment. And some bourbon. I used to love bourbon, whiskey, tequila. Like I loved it all. I think you can still be a proud man, Victor. I'm sure there's people that uh, love you in your life. You know what I mean? That are glad you're still around, basically. So it's tough, though. Oh, Duolingo has entered the chat again. You are a ranger. Wow. Okay. You got a nice retirement from that? Like are you talking like a park ranger or like an army ranger, Victor? Sound like a good guy, though. GDK says, keep your faith. Take it one doctor appointment at a time. That faith got you to your sobriety so you can get through anything. Absolutely. Okay, nice. A forest ranger. That's cool. So, and what happened, Victor, if you don't mind me asking, how what happened that brought you to this current state that you say you're in? Health issues? Duolingo wants to be banned. Why? Why do you want to be banned? Yeah, I agree with real person on that. Just got to take it one day at a time, though. I mean, um, somebody tried to move him, and he's, oh wow, yeah, that sucks. All right. Apparently, Mary Quintero says we support Diddy here. Okay. That's what you do, huh? Q says, teach me Cambodian, Duolingo. The little green bird that can. Okay. Wow. What's going on with him? Does he have another trial set here soon, or I haven't heard much about him lately? I'm surprised he's still with us. I'm in Cali. Anybody that you feel needs it, Q, you go right ahead. I'll leave that up to you. Washington. Okay, cool. It's beautiful up there. Yeah, when I was trucking, I went through Washington more than a handful of times. Some of the most beautiful country in these United States. Pads, meniscus in my knees wore out. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Southwest Oregon. Okay. Down there in Hill Country? I've passed through there many a time as well. Yeah, it's cold up there, right, real person? It gets real cold up there by the Canadian border. Yeah, I was fortunate to see a lot of the country when I was driving trucks over the road, and yeah, like hill country was beautiful in Southern Oregon. Um, Washington State's really nice. Colorado's got some of the most scenic places uh, you'll ever see. You know, but yeah. Mm. Oh yeah, that wind up there will just blow right through you, real person. I can remember several occasions jumping out of the truck on a windy night and going to chain up the truck and looking down to make sure I had pants on because it was so cold. It felt like I didn't have any. Like, oh my God. There and in Colorado was another one, you know. Mm. Are they offering that to you, Victor, through your medical through that? Because I mean, if I think it would definitely be worth looking into. You know. No, I am not. Yeah, I don't know, Victor. So are you just like not very mobile at the moment? Is that what it is? Or Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, not bad. Uh, yeah, minus 55, right? Uh, what's coldest I work in 30 miles. Oh my God. Yeah, that I think the coldest I seen was 27 below with wind chill, and I think that was in Colorado, and that was like horrible. Q says today's technology is much better. My first replacements suck, but these ones I don't think about much. They kind of feel natural. Do you like Trudeau? I'm assuming you're talking about Justin Trudeau. Uh, minus 55 without the wind chill. Oh my God. So yeah, we're coming up on an hour. Maybe we'll go for a little bit more here, but just wanted to give everybody an update on what was going on today. Uh, oh, that's right. Thank you for mentioning that, GDK. He says Happy Veterans Day, and I definitely want to wish a very happy Veterans Day to all the people that have served this country. You are truly appreciated. Thank you for your service. Hell's Canyon negative 44 once. Oh my God. She said, what did she say? So, hey, God bless you, real person, and definitely God bless America. Um, I think a lot of people don't realize how good we have it here, you know? So, Hell's Canyon, Canada. Yeah. You said, he said, I am a she, LOL. Uh, what's my backstory, dude? Says Assassin's Edge. I was addicted to meth for about 15 years, and now I have 20 years sober. My addiction took me to Los Angeles, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties where I was on probation all at the same time, and eventually took me to prison. And I started this channel to try to help others realize that, there is recovery from addiction. And if you are addicted, there's help out there. So if you feel like you're predestined to go to prison, you're not. Don't tell yourself that. Um, like growing up, I appreciate that, legendary. Um, if I thought I was predestined for prison, and guess where I ended up at? Because I kept telling myself I'm not done until I hit a yard, and uh, that could have went really bad, but here I am. Like I hit a yard, and I came back home. Okay, so yeah, we're coming up on that hour mark. I think we're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. Back to work for me tomorrow, so uh, gotta get ready. I don't work until the afternoon, but been a long weekend, been a long week, stressing on doctor's results, and luckily the doctor's results weren't too bad. So, uh, there's still hope, and there's still hope for everybody. You know, uh, as long as we're still breathing, we still got a fighting chance, right? So, uh, Logan Thomas says, I went to juvie for 3 months because I don't know down a tree and broke a shop window. Damn, that's crazy. Real person says, dang, Victor, sorry. Think about people that have it worse. It helps a little to have a different perspective. And I agree with that. Yes, absolutely. Yes, sir. Stay positive in prayers. And I will keep you in my prayers as well, Victor. So, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and check out my playlist. Thank you for sharing your story with us, Victor. I really appreciate you. And like I said, I will definitely keep you in my prayers, and I hope whatever decision you make, uh, as far as the replacements and stuff goes well. So just remember, it's all about building a strong foundation around you. The people that you keep company with are who you're going to be ultimately. And if as far as what's up, Jeff? Um, I lost my train of thought there. My bad, guys. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just with the sobriety thing. It's just about having a strong foundation around you. What if you don't have that strong foundation now? Then maybe go to some meetings and meet some new people that can help you provide that strong foundation. And as your crowd gets better around you, the choices you make tend to be a little bit better because we're there's not so many bad influences around us. So I hope everybody has a great week that's coming up. If you haven't seen the video that I dropped this morning about when the discipliners get disciplined, it's a county jail story, then be sure to check that out. I think it's a great story. And anyways, I'm going to keep Victor in my prayers. Fuata says, hello, Broken Bobby. I'm new to your channel and I love what you're doing, sir. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not good. So I guess we're going to wrap it up. If anybody's got any last minute questions, go ahead and hit them now and I will answer them. If I don't see any questions pop up real quick, then we're going to wrap it up. Anybody got anything? All right, guys. If you're new, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way, um, if I had some, I would, real person. And you're welcome, Victor. I really do appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit all. I typically go live on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday nights. I work the other 4 nights, so that's why I only do it on those nights. But yeah, do that. That way, when I do go live next week, you'll be notified. And if you want to, you can come be a part of the chat. Everybody have a great week. Be safe. And, let the people that you love know that you love them. Because with addiction and stuff, we never know what's going to happen from one day to the next. You could end up in prison or something, and everybody loves their family when they're in prison, but they tend to neglect them when they're on the streets. So let the people you love know that you love them. Uh, anyways, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I appreciate everybody's participation. I want to shout out the mods, Q and Cora, Sir Soy Saucington, less drugs makes Meg. I agree with that. I don't talk politics, but I agree with that. Thank you, GDK. I will definitely keep you all posted on what is going on. If there's any updates, probably going to be a few weeks, but anyways, have a good night, Victor. Real person, I appreciate you. And everybody else that participated. And just remember, don't look at the mountain, just start climbing. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next Saturday.